On?
Yes.
Good.
All praise and glory to the Lord, I say the apostles and elders that great millstone that rule and teach all peace and salutations to the brothers and the folk on the other side, pushing this with in truth and in sincerity. Once again, we on the highways and the byways, well, most of the highways, you know, come to bring out that truth, you know, that light in the darkness, because at this current point in time, the prophecies are being manifested now, and they're manifesting rapidly in all forms and fashions. We have famines, we have wars, so on and so forth, right? So on and so forth, and yet still the people still you know what I mean, yes, we know the word is for the elect, but the two-thirds, as we just say, they still wandering out in darkness, you know. But at the end of the day, whether they here or whether they for bed, the word of the Lord stands. No matter in Mark 15 and 21.
Mark 13, verse 31, right? Mark 13, verse 31 says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away.
Yeah, you know what? Here will go. You understand? Heaven is our word synonymous with kingdom. So the kingdom that really now will pass away, you know. But the word of the Lord wouldn't. It will stand forever. Go ahead.
Right, and say, verse 32, it says, but of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father.
Right. Nobody knows when the return of Yahushua will come. Yes, he gave us signs to look for. Yes, he gave us signs anytime. He gave us, you know what I mean, basically indicators. Like when brother read the word, we say, well, watch and pray. You understand? You gotta watch and pray that you discern the times correctly. You know? And all basically, as I say, all roads lead into destruction right now. You understand? All roads lead to the collapse of this kingdom. Because even in this small island, this small twin island country, you see by next year everything is digital, you know. So next year is either it have to be or it have to start being implemented in the country in a major way. So they can't put it on the back burner much longer. You know? The elites calling for it to happen, so they have to comply. And they're going to make the society here comply. Just like with the pandemic. Some people was knocking against it. They can't lock down the country, boy. And what went on maybe 3 days after, the Prime Minister come out and say, yeah, the country on a lockdown. So at the end of the day, it's not really what you care, it's not really what you think about, what you think it's going to be. You understand? They don't care about you. They have their agendas to live up to, and that is how they set their goals. You understand? Everything have to go according to their agenda. You know? You want that? Yeah, let me Mark 15.
Mark 15. 33.
Right.
It said, take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is.
Yeah, watch and pray because you don't know. You're watching to see well, alright, how close we is. You understand? What prophecy happening right now, and to tell you the honest truth, all happening at the same time. You understand? The only thing that happened yet is official declaration of World War III and the return of Yahushua. You understand? Because the MOTB is already here. It's just to be made mandatory. You understand?
Somebody was saying that, but you know, the brother say it happening at the same time. But remember the scripture mentioned, there could be wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, you know, pestilences, these things. So when you watch the news, you're seeing these things happening, right? Now, each one will have a particular, unpaid face, like a wave effect. Obviously, it will come down to be until it reaches down to the end. Right? That scripture talk about the beginning of sorrows, and those things are mentioned to be like this. You know, this is just here, what I'm telling you here is just like the beginning. You understand? So when you say all the things, like you can watch, you know, like this week here, Trinidad had three earthquakes in the span of like 15 hours. Something that never ever happened in our history ever. You understand? 3. And then we had one like 2 days after the 3 hit. Right? So that's to show you like the time that we're in. You know? And you can see that, you know, they're talking about the heat. You know, they're talking about the war that's going to take place, and all these things I mentioned. Talk about the famines. You know, these is all the things that are happening around here. That way, say to walk circumspectly, not as fools, you know, but as wise, and that's how it's supposed to be. So when the scripture says they take heed, you know, it means to be circumspect. to watch around, you know, to take heed. That is something, that is obviously something the tutors do, and that is the mentality all is supposed to be in, right? Because all they will now fulfill the prophecy that it mentioned, so are the days of Noah, you know? But they'll be eating, drinking, giving into marriage. These are the things that all they're supposed to be in. And then we're even going to like even to the days like when Rome fell. For Rome fall, what they did, they had like circuses to keep people, you know, to distract them, and the same thing on to this day. Or the internet and so forth, if you watch majority things, or they watch or they take into, it's like a circus, you know?
Talking about just this week, it's about a big hurricane in Florida, where everybody is right now. Miami Carnival. The Florida is in Miami.
Them Carnival as well. Is that happening, I know?
Yes, boy. I know somebody who I working with.
Yeah, going across.
Like just last night I watched his status. What Miami-Dade police, them winding up on office. I said, what kind of mad thing is this?
Well, I see same
Let's
thing
go
like,
through the media, everybody in Miami right now, and I wonder.
the same thing.
If it happening, it's starting. Like they having band lunches now.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. So yeah, because the Saudi thing and then the big thing.
Official, yeah.
Well, I see also that it's Tobago have their carnival as well.
Yeah,
now when it comes to like, see, and that's the thing about Jake, they wouldn't be circumspect. They'd be circumspect, they'd be spread. They'd be taking heed. But when you watch these people, right, they just fulfilling the lust that going through the spread. They want to party, they want to lime, they want to do these things. That is what they would do. If their main focus is on that, and that is right. That is why they say they're ripe for the picking. You know, meaning that the state that they're in is the state that Esau want them in. You know, Esau have all over there want to all the things all the things all focusing on. Like you know, I just yesterday I watched a conversation. You know, sometimes you scroll and something things pop up, right?
Yeah.
So I might do a video, I might not do a video on it, right? Because I through the spread I didn't see to do a video on it, right? I might mention it during our next video. Now the spread might be, you might leave it, and then it might pop back up now. But it's just literally going into to these OnlyFans models, right? What went on is that one of them, it make big news. That's how I see it. They make news on it, like real big news on it. Because you know that industry is a big popular industry right now, right? And what went on is that there's a man, it's Jake. No, he's so innocent. Jake, this is Jake. He had some STDs, right? And right now, there's an next thing as well, because he will talk about the plagues, right? The pestilence, the disease that will come. And like even when you watch today, like we had an article, like a trend, I had an article put out that young kids, like young adults I should say, between the ages of like 16 to or even 15 to like 20 or something like that, they said there's the highest increase in having HIV/AIDS. No, HIV/AIDS, not STDs.
And most of them being born with it too, you know.
No. Yes.
Most of them being born and then they're doing things to get to drugs and all.
I wouldn't even say most of them being born with it. Actually, due to the fact that everything is hypersexualization, they fall into the trend of that. Like the music thing, they want to do it, they want to do it. No. Same thing with America. Well, basically America would be worse. They had Houston, just Houston alone, one part in Houston, they had 17,000 in a week. Right? That catching these
cases.
STI, yes, cases, 17,000. Do you know how much that is? So coming back to what I say now, it doesn't show you the kind of plagues that hitting all over. Is that and how idiotic these people is, like Jake is, right? Is that she went sleep with the man. This is what the article in the news saying, right? The man had an open womb. She saw the open womb on, the rod, and she's still sleeping, right? She contacted. This is. You gotta listen to the time that we're in, right? She contacted, right? Contract, right? And then she something like some other woman get, but she come and do a video crying. She's 19 years, right? 19 years of age, and I believe when she contracted, she was maybe a little younger, right? She doing OnlyFans at 19 years, right? So just imagine putting yourself outside it, right?
Why should OnlyFans have this?
So that's how thing. So no, they have new words for a prostitute. They don't call them prostitutes, they call them sex workers. And they don't, when they sleep with men, they don't call it sex. They call it a collab. You know, they try to make words to make it seem like a good night, right? And obviously, she contacted, she crying, you know, she coming, she crying, and saying that the man should this and that, and people was like, why should we feel sorry for him? You saw the open wound, you know? You saw the open, even in the news article, there was like, this is the state of how this particular business is, because you saw open wound, and they still want to do it. Now, she gay. She went and sleep with other men. The other men go sleep with other women, because it's a whole business. So right now, that business in turmoil right now. It's on news, think, bashing. And that is to show the Lord plague and all it. You know, and these are things mentioned to happen. Right? And they're going and they're worse. Some of these, and the disease that was being spread is uncurable. Right? It's not curable, I should say. Right? So that means she's going to have it forever. She will spread it forever. Right? So this is the state that the world in. You know? And the state that the people mind and like, hey, these people can't even read. But they want to do these things. You understand?
Because of the wicked state that Jake in, you know, usually like when somebody know they have a pestilence, so to speak, right? Or some kind of disease, or some kind of disease, something, right? And if it is that, like a person with morals, you're going to know, alright, I have this, it's gonna die with me. Most Jake don't think like that. Somebody give me, so I gotta get somebody else. And even though you might feel how, knowing that it was given to you by somebody, they're not going to stop you from being just like that other person. Yeah. So when he cried, that talk what she crying on the video, they're not going to stop you from doing to other people the same thing that happened.
No, you see, you don't understand how wicked. You see that's what it say. And you see that's why the scriptures talk about how their heart will be, you know, and how they go wax worse, right?
They want sympathy, but they don't want to give.
But they do what? But you see, that is the state, because now they're so evil-minded. Is that they know they're going to know what they're going to spread it, right? She know that. She have it. She had to get somebody else it. You know. So the minute bring the scripture here before and then you go bring back the thing, right? It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 49. It say, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And that's what we're saying. These are the things that the Lord sent. These are the things that the Lord sent. You better mention the earthquakes, the wars. You know, you can't even forget that the incurable diseases. You know, you can't forget the things like the famines that the Lord mentioned, even the uproars, because with these things it will spark off other stuff to come with it. You know, it will be like a domino effect. So one thing will spark off, because when an uproar starts, like we talk about looting recently. Looting now will lead to mass casualties, right? Because some of these people who places getting loot, they're not going to take that. No. But while you looting, other men come to loot as well, right? So this is it doesn't show you like a picture of the time that we're in. So when the Lord say He send these things, He say I'll send plagues upon thee. He didn't say that's one. He said plagues. Because remember, the same way He hit Egypt back in the days, He will hit Egypt back today, and He said that, right? He said that. And places that was not even written. I said new. You know? That's why you see like some diseases rushing people out. You know, like some, you know, like these things.
Yeah, that's why I look up the word plague, right? I was thinking about something and it's saying stroke, strike. Yeah. You understand? So it's basically like sick.
Yeah. And that way sometimes when you like sometimes
anything could be a plague.
Right? That's like sometimes when you read like I think it's second, that's what you mentioned plague, it goes into the ICBMs.
Yeah.
You know, because that's where it is. Right? And Zachariah also.
Yeah. I think it's one of the plague I look up was in Revelation.
Right? So so as the brother said, it could be anything, and that's why all again. That's sometimes a man going through something, a man going to say, "Man, you're plagued by it." You know, he just saying it out because he going through something that hurts him, that's right. You know, that harasses him.
That's like in Job.
Yeah. So that's like that. You know. So you have to realize that certain things that these plagues being sent unto all. Now, a plague is nothing good.
God.
You understand? A plague, when the Lord say a plague at the heart, you the dictionary there?
Emotional torment.
Yeah, emotional torment, you know? Give me the word plague. See if you find out yeah, the concordance or something. If you the concordance, yeah, the normal dictionary, yeah?
Yeah.
Look up the normal dictionary. I will find it in the show.
I get the one I was talking about now. In Zechariah. Divine Zechariah 14.
It's a bring it out.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Right. So it's a plague. It's an epidemic.
Epidemic, yeah? Yeah, go ahead.
It's a pandemic.
Nah, don't say that.
Right.
Don't say
An
skip that one.
epidemic
Yeah.
caused by any pestilence.
Pestilence, you see? Right, go ahead. Caused by any, right? It didn't say a particular one. It said caused by any. Right, go ahead.
But especially by the above diseases. It's a widespread affliction
A widespread affliction, so it can be the IC, it can be the ICBM, it can be this, you know? Go ahead.
it's a calamity
Calamity, and that is there. Yeah, go ahead.
or destructive influx.
Right, and that is not
It's a, especially when seen as divine retribution.
especially seen as what?
Divine
So
retribution.
that is what? That is divine retribution is like what the Lord will be sending. You understand? Especially, say especially divine. Because usually when I'm mention plague, what I'm not using word plague until it's trying to tell us something that is being sent from by the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, even like a tutor or like somebody in any truth, when they tell you a plague, what they're trying to tell you is, hey, this is something spiritual. It's not, you know?
Yeah, and I think
Anytime I use that word, it always
no, your mind has go
Yeah,
straight to
to
like
the-
biblical times and you won't see it in Egypt and yeah, no it does. I would just bring back that in your mind.
Yeah, that's right.
Zechariah.
That's right. It says stroke. So when you look at up here, it says stroke.
Yeah.
Right? So it means stroke. And usually when you get stroke, you get licks.
You get
You understand? It's a plague, disease, a mark. Right? It say a stroke or wound. Right? Stroke or wound. Stroke, metaphorical of disease. It's a blow. A blow. Right? An infliction. Right? So yeah.
I
Go ahead.
two more for you, right?
Nah, that is it.
That is it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Again, that one is the divine retribution, was it right?
In Zechariah 14 verse 12. Right? They say, and
Wait,
this,
wait, wait.
Hmm?
No, you guys.
Right, yeah.
they say, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. They say their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Yeah, and that, so you see?
They say, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Yeah. So when them missiles to the elements and so what you made up of? Well, that is it. That's what the scripture go back to. And that is the way you say that the plague fight against Jerusalem. And we're not talking about the 48ers.
Yeah, we're not
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about this one.
Right? We're talking about actual, you know what I mean?
Actual Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, the actual folks. You know, the people who the Bible was written by and written for and written of. You know? Got anything else? We can go back in here.
Yeah, we'll go back in into I just wanted to show like when I mentioned the things,
Yeah.
you know? So that's to show you how the law gonna play with these things.
Well, what I'm saying simultaneously because as one start, the trickling down
Yeah,
to the next
trickle
one,
down,
and then
yeah.
the next one, and the next one, then boom, you might get like out of the hurricane and the tree earthquake, and then boom, it go something else, and it just keep going on by like
even
you're not getting arrested, it's just like
like-
continuous cycle of destruction.
So and that,
But
that way now say it. That way now say it is literally what happening to them because I don't know if you see a biolab they blow up, right? In America. Right? Ever went to blow up. Now, a biolab is chemicals, it's all
Yeah,
kind of
God.
stuff, right? Watchman,
waste is worse.
Watchman, smoke was orange. Smoke was orange and red. Usually when don't smoke come out so because it's plenty chemicals in it, right? So here we went to. They had us evacuate certain places and like it have a video with a woman, I should have one. She bees started die out because the air contaminated. The fella, the governor or the mayor or one of them who actually take the place, he wanted to do a thing talking about it, and he dead. Right? So they're trying to think what they say. All he was talking. He had catch
Complication.
on catchy bread and
That was a trouble.
thing, right? And then I have other conks coming out from it. Now, remember, some of these places get what recently? Storm. Bad weather, like a hurricane. But what happened to the chemical in the air when it goes through the
It got
thing?
spread.
So, over the period of time, America saw for the first time they get to see the lights as clean as day. The lights actually, some of the lights was red, orange, in the night sky would come out. You know, people come outside the thing, you know, but all these is signs from the Lord, because the Lord tell you that. You know, signs in the heavens, right? And they don't realize what it is. It's nice. Because that's how they go catch you. It's nice. You know, you come outside, you see something nice, but you don't realize what is going to come after that. Right? Because when you buy a lab, they try to hide that. Even with the hurricane, hide that. People didn't fail to realize that it had a previous hurricane before that, this big one, Milton. What happened to the people that was not getting help? That they hit a second time?
We have a little island. I was watching that. And the person stand up on, well, the person not on the ground floor, staying in a hotel, suite or building, whatever. And the person was showing you, say, well, I don't have to leave because it says X amount of water I can reach up and thing, whatever, so I safe, but I stay in here, I not leaving, right? So she say, but zooming, so you see this little island out here is the first hurricane you're talking about, he said that was devastated by the hurricane, and so it died the island, and this is the hospital. And the island, she's talking about us off a little way in the water, and the hospital, right here, and the hospital pop aqua barrier, some tall fiberglass thing. You understand? And they say right now them still trying to catch back the cell from that last hurricane. So what's going on with this one? Doom.
Well, yeah.
What you saying that? That was in Zachariah or?
We kind of gone off track from what we was talking about originally. So what is up?
Alright, good.
Can bring back, we're going back into the map.
Huh?
We're bringing an next percent.
Alright, so in Psalms 79, I'll start. Psalm 17, I'll start from 49. They say he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation.
I think there's the next thing people fail to realize. Well, they're not in good standings with the Lord. Well, they're not in good standings with the Lord. So we expect the Lord to come and deal with all it. Good?
I will talk about the Ezra start. Let's talk the second Ezra. 15 or 16 when you go. 16. Victorious will be good, so good, cheap. You understand?
They think that there will be a good case.
Because why? Things cheap, I could do this, I could do that there, I could buy this. I could fly here and carnival for the weekend and fly back to Trinidad and go to work Monday morning. You understand? Stinking good case.
Like, and see,
What you say? Evils will multiply and great confusion, like, and they even know.
This is something to add. It's like these people believe that they can go. I should say one of the things, right? It's like because of the wickedness they're permitted to do. It's like they really think they live in a good life because they could do wicked easily. You understand? You can be a prostitute easy. You can be a killer and get away easy. You can scam easy. You can do all these things easy. So to them, things nice.
Yeah,
you know, we living in good times. And don't realize that all is not in a good state. Yeah, no, things are to get out of hand. You know, people saying, but things really think, but no, but when things was good. When they didn't think, yeah. In that time, they wanted it to go more.
Yeah, they had liberty or little
No, the daughters run away from home. Because why? Why? Because they're watching the mother. The mother old herself. She trying to be a young girl too.
Yeah,
so she following the trend. So she reached like 10, 11, she want to run away and go to a man. The sons want to be murderers, killers. They can't even read and write, but they want to sell drugs. Right? It's a terrible state. So it reached so bad now, they're asking for help. But what help is that? If it's not divine intervention, then what it is? Esau have already where they want all it. Elon Musk really see he robot stuff this week. And what they fail to realize is that is just basically what it is he wants to show that they have. That is not the true robots that he has. That is not what they have.
This one is for the stage. This batch is for the stage to show the people, alright, Just to see how nice it is and they're kind and they're helpful and just listen to you. Yeah. For now.
Yeah. China gone beyond. China have robots that actually like man. You know? What Gemini might think is
It's human.
You really feel Elon Musk and go beyond that? They're showing you like at this thing because they have a plan.
I think Tesla had the robots he bring out.
Yeah.
They were called it some.
Yeah, that's what we talking about. We call it Optimus.
Yeah. I think it already reached to the gen now.
Yeah. you see, usually it come like this. When they think about it like this, when they release a phone, right? There's already have a next one already made beyond that, a better one. So that's why it's getting S and the AI and the whatever it is after because they already know a better one that they have. They just release the
This one like run a course.
Run a course first.
Yeah, that's why
Then
every
the
year
next
there's
one.
come out a new iPhone.
Right? You really feel that is the beginning of this is a man that implementing chips into people's head. You really feel it takes so long to build them robots. See, it all falls into the plan that they want to do. You know? That is why they're going to be plagued on every single side.
I saw the video with the brother who was working in one of the factories and he said, "By right now it's 12-hour shifts, he's working like with security, right?" He said, "Right now if you don't have a valid reason to stay home, you can't stay home. You gotta come in with sick leave. It's not like, oh, you go call in and say, "By yeah, what's going on? You're coming today, no dog, lock my shift." No, you have to come out 12-hour shifts like you're a security. And he working in the, man said, I work in the factory with the building the robots.
Mass production.
You understand? So right now, for extra board right now, the robots like, whoa.
So basically, there's an article in 2020-14, right, that stated that in year 2025, man and woman will be able to sleep with robots, right?
Robots gone.
In 2024. Watch when they
End of
release it.
2020.
And it done happen.
Yeah, it don't happen, but I'm gonna show you something. It's like you see the plan. An article from 2014 telling you that 2025 is like 2 months away. You know, in their particular year.
What's the word is used for Facebook, right? The metaverse.
Metaverse, you know.
Start your phone, your goggles, and you stay in your room and live life now.
So that is to show you that the agendas that take part.
The life size doors, you pay, somebody sent me a picture of the life size doors you can find on Amazon.
Yeah.
About $800.
And you see about it, what people fail to realize?
Just like how
The lifestyle, sex dolls, and
talking to you and thing.
And you see about what people fail to realize? When you put your data online, right? AI is taken.
God.
No, they just sell data here. Why? There's user data as a prototype.
Let's call it data harvesting.
Yeah, data harvesting, so they use it like a prototype. What the AI using is you're basically that could be you.
Yeah, that
You know,
all your
they're using
information.
all your information. You understand? And but they already talk about AI going out of control.
God.
You know, and these are things that because this is what we didn't know.
And like as you said that, right, I just mentioned, since they started, since they officially tell the public that they started the build robot, I think is only twice they lose control of them. 2 accounts are no up.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
I
that
know
they tell
the
the
one-
public, we know what's going on
And
behind
the one
us.
that they're talking about.
That the one in Japan,
And
that the one in is either in Europe or America where you connect
I think
on
it's
satellite.
I think it's in Europe that one happened. And
One,
they connected
one in
to-
Japan, Europe, there was doing some repairs on it, and just so you come on and start to kill.
Yeah, so the mashup man.
It was kind of
Yeah,
It's kind
no,
of-
for it.
No, you see, people might think that like even with these things, these people make it in that way. Yeah, even if they go off, it's not one with them. They gonna make it look like you know, but yeah, they program it.
Certain areas,
Mhm.
certain suburbs, as they say in America. You don't see no robot police patrolling. No, they're going to dice for them Jakes and them Negroes. They want to go down in the Bronx and in Harlem and
So-
all them black. You know what I mean? All them
So-
places with them black people there.
So even for example, right? Even for example, they used Jake was to promote the robots. 2 Chainz was there, some other rappers was there, some other celebrities was there, and they was talking about they going and buy it, right? They were all along some. And this when they see these things, I'll do a video upon that. You know, the other people post them to Earth. And you got a lot of them are what? Are destroyed. Right? Because just like when it's time to implement the chip,
They're going to use them to push it.
what you feel they're going to do? What you feel they're going to do?
Because for all my life, I was listening to rap my whole life. Niggas like flashy things, right? flashy cars, flashy clothes, jewelry.
They were the first of
How
everything.
all the latest, how all the chart top and rapper driving a Cybertruck. Watch how ugly that car is. That car have nothing flashy about it.
They're not even
All
good.
of-
They're not even good.
All of them
They're
driving
not
a Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck, man. All of them driving that have not. You know, it's Rolls Royce, it's Lamborghini, it's Phantom. All of a sudden, all they have Cybertruck. How?
good. And it is the crazy thing about that. It's the crazy thing
And the
about
car
it.
not even expensive enough to say, well, you know, my car is 3 point something million, like it's a no, it's not that expensive.
Advertising. Yeah. Read on and I'll go do something. Go ahead a minute. You're gonna have to say
Psalm 78 verse 49, it says, He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble. They say, by sending evil angels among them. They say, He made a way to his anger. They say, He spared not their soul from death. They say, but gave their life over to the pestilence.
He get them over to it because according to Isaiah 45. So he create light and darkness, he make peace and create evil. You understand? He had the power, what the scripture said, a sparrow to fall out of the sky without the authority. You understand? He get them over to the pestilence. Because why? As it's saying, it's just, while they had yet liberty, they loaded them along. You understand? While the time of repentance was open
Well,
unto
yeah.
you. But they didn't want to hear that.
But you don't say when you call you or they refuse.
That is it, a stretch of man and no man regarded. So what to do?
Yeah, that come like even now when you know people the time people go past, they'll see it in where.
Yeah.
They know you personally.
They know what you're preaching
Yeah,
on. Because
yeah.
why? When they get the truth, them was close to it, so them the
Yeah.
first people that I be real.
So
That is how it was with me. I wanted to tell everybody in my family, my whole family come on the road and preach. Everybody say I'm mad. When I say I don't want a Muslim, I say man, you know no Muslim because she watching the gang now. So decide not to do that. And she I don't want that thing hang up on my line. They go think it's Muslim. I say alright, nothing is that problem.
It's 2024. It raid and we concept anybody that don't know who we are.
Can't.
yeah, and
Yeah, the word only four corners
yeah,
and
you
you
would
turn for
that's no excuse. And that's what I'm saying, like when the Lord say he sent. You see, that's the thing, you know. I saw somebody say this recently and it makes sense. You know, people ask for a sign. When the Lord give them the sign, just because whatever it is he give, it's not how they want it or how they think it, they don't accept
or
it.
how they perceive it to be because
You know?
we grew up in church with
Yeah.
a man on a stage looking
Yeah.
good in a suit and talking nice and going high pitch and performing.
What-
And we is not performers. We're not accustomed to people according to the Bible. We're not accustomed to how they coming across. A man being real to hear what's going on. If you don't follow these laws, you're going to die. You understand the government going to make it mandatory for you to take the mark of the beast. Either that or you will die.
It
You don't
was
say
a
that in
man.
church.
It was a man this week that came out to say, I don't know if you see the video, right? Plenty brothers up. I think I myself do a video upon it. And it was going into a fella coming out, he was asking the followers. He said, well, you ask him what they hear about the Hebrew Israelites. And he was like, you know they're right. You know they're right. They're right. What you think that they're talking about? You know they're right.
I think I see that.
Right? So it was basically going into the things that we saying it happening. So just like when we talk about chip, yeah, or they wouldn't see it now, right? But or they're falling straight into it because with the technology that we push out, or they're just falling into the trend and so what are they for? The cyber trucks and the so forth. There's a reason why the cyber truck. So that going back into what I was saying before, like so the cyber truck is controlled through Elon Musk network, right? So how different the cyber truck is compared to any other car, right? Elon Musk, is that a man in Russia was one of the cyber trucks, right? And he put people had gun in the back of it and so forth. But remember, America and Russia, they're not in good standards right now. So how crazy it is with technology, right? Elon Musk see the saw the picture, right? And he saw that the Russian fella had it. And you know what Elon Musk do? He shut down the car, kill the car, right? So one of the car is that they wouldn't be able to the car start, the car even function the car. So why would you want a man that could do that with a car, put something in your head? You understand? Why would you want that? But literally, when you watch Elon Musk, right? When you watch Elon Musk, like I was saying somebody to this thing, but to these simple terms, he's Iron Man.
God.
You You know?
He's a
But
real life
to the righteous, he's the wicked. Right? Because you can see it. You can
He's like the
literally see
general
it.
for the army right now.
Right? Yeah, he's one of them to bring the
Yeah.
main man to bring in the well,
Yeah,
easy
but
for
The man on the forefront.
The man on the forefront for that then.
Son, because Steve Jobs there. He just pick up with Steve Jobs.
Even the men in the background who literally bigger than them. They're more quiet.
Yeah, and I'm paying you.
They're she's the forefront man for the technology. Like someone was saying Elon Musk is like idiot. The tech is technology that's come from a scientist or whoever it is giving it. He's just the forefront.
Yeah, he buy it and sell it.
Yeah, he face. No, I just think you're idiot because
I think his father was the actual genius.
father was
Nikola.
he-
Nikola Tesla.
no, that
That
was
was
his
the
father.
grandfather?
No, that wasn't his father.
So who
His father was a emerald miner. They used to have Jake and Slave. The thing emeralds.
But Nikola Tesla not related to it?
Nah.
I always
Tesla.
thought- I
Tesla
always-
is where he named his product
Oh.
off of Nikola Tesla.
But because the name was Tesla, I always thought that
Nah.
he was related to the man.
Nah.
But Nikola Tesla was the real brain back in that time.
Yeah, and they say literally they say Nikola cannot be a Jake. Like when they go into like things, because
Yeah, he thinks he do.
even though the stuff that he do, it's like he always think with the Lord now.
Yeah, can't.
You understand? So it had like conflicted thing about him, but he could be a Jake. It's up for debate, but not the
Yeah.
he didn't even debate that.
I'm
But
not really experienced
yeah,
right now.
so that was one. He was like, you know, the things that the Israelites talk about, or they see it happening.
Happening.
It happening. And that is what will happen all in the coming months and in the coming years. You know, because we don't know how long we have here, so it could pop up any moment.
Right.
But we just give it here because we don't know the time. This shepherd about nobody know the
Yeah,
time,
I
right?
will not read that.
And yeah, it can. And when it happened, Ezekiel 33, verse 33, then shall they know a prophet was amongst them. That is when now they go fall to like what the brother say, everything knows that you can only effect. No, they're going to be looking for the word. But no, it will reach Amos chapter 8. The famine of the word. You understand?
Run
Run to and they would not get. You understand? So the
Because-
old,
right.
but now it's like
Because we could leave here, when we done and we close off, we could leave here and go to we separate homes. And by the time we reach home, everything shut down. We
Yeah.
set up a digital network
thing,
and through
yeah.
that, boom. Yeah, well, as of midnight tonight, all your cards will no longer be available for use. Everybody had to come down to the nearest health center thing. And that's how they could do it. Because what went on? All you feel the MX was just the precursor, not to see all right.
Prelude.
How we going to do this, boy? I want to go revolt against this. But because people, at least in we country, because that is as far as I know, we country, very, very, what is the word? The word, right?
by slave. I hope it was a slave.
Yes, but
That is
it
what
was
it is. That would take us
very,
over a slave.
docile. I do that right.
Subservient.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even
subservient. The docile. So, like, alright, so there was this instance in Australia where they say they are cutting down pension by 3%. The whole country stay home, shut down the
No,
country.
you know, I can,
Yeah,
even, I can even do one better than that. When Australia go to make things digital, because they realize digital already,
yeah,
right?
they did. There was
There
one
people
first
come out
person.
and protest that for thing. The government has also come out and they cause. I think government killed some of them, all kind of thing. Lock up some of them for years.
See, look
for
at the
coming and
lengths that they
protest
go.
against it.
Look at the lengths the government going to implement that. So what I'm down here where people just do meddle once they could go to a party or go buy a rum shop and drink and like.
And that's how they catch them when they need the lockdown. They catch them by what?
By saying,
You know, they come here.
the more all you take it, is
Yeah.
the sooner we could go
Go
back to
out,
party.
yeah.
Carnival is just now.
no, well,
It's that
if I may add, right, is that one in the leading tactic with ESO is to create fear in everybody. And that one thing during
Yeah.
that time was that people was free to die in everybody. You understand?
Yeah.
So even for the little ones that would have stand up and think, that is the ones that they more prosecute.
Yeah.
So
But
when
here the funny thing, you're afraid to die, so you go and juice up, and now you're going to die, for sure.
Yeah.
You're going to take the juice, so you're going to die.
Like I said, guys are the tactic that you get from the Lord. But he is doing it on the left hand
That's
side
right, can.
in an unrighteous way. You law is structured that way. Whereas, now when I say what, if somebody do a certain thing, what would happen? You bring him into the court, stone him in front of
Yeah.
everybody, so that all would see and fear. And
Right.
from there, even if you wanted to do something stupid,
You go remember,
You go
hey, that
remember
man
it,
gets
yeah, boy.
stoned, boy. That man there that do something that me
a man
and
catch
my
last, and he was doing it real good, and he still get catch.
Still get catch and stone. And them know he's in small, them grow up with you and they do that now.
Yeah.
Who's
And
me who they don't know, right?
that instilled a fear into the
Yeah.
heart. But it have righteous way to, because people like to think that the Lord don't work that way. But the law show you that that is something you used to do. But it have righteous ways to go about that, and things like that. And it have unrighteous ways. That way you see when you fear the Lord. Fear don't mean just respect. It mean fear. It mean like
Actually fair.
this man will break me up if I do this.
Afraid my soul because
Right.
so I'm gonna do the right thing.
Let me not do it.
Afraid that he take my name out of the book of life, so I'm gonna do the right thing.
You understand? I'll be something like that.
Right.
Because about we have something else talking about earlier. They say about when that time comes, they will wait for that time to be able to believe
To look
in
to
those
good
things, but
good
I wait too
parts.
late.
Can't.
So there's John 20, I'll start from verse 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say the other disciples therefore said unto him, we have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, except I shall see in his hand the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand in his side, I will not believe. Say, and after 8 days, again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. They say, then came Yahushai. They say, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, peace be unto you. And shut up. They say, then said he to Thomas, everybody there, then said he to Thomas, reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless. They say, but believing. They say, and Thomas answered and said unto him, my Lord and my power. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed.
Yeah, because the priest will talk about how can a man love the Lord and he had not seen and he the brother that he died don't see. You understand? You don't have to see the Lord to fear. You understand? We know the consequences of our actions. You understand? That's why when you come into the truth and you get introduced to the Lord, what has happened is make out one eating, you turn one
Change.
time.
Yeah.
I don't eat this, I stop lying in here, I don't do this, I don't do this anymore, I stop dressing like this, I stop lying with this group of people. That's what it does. You understand? So when they say you're reborn through actually washing out the words. You understand? Through washing out our law. How you cleanse it and keep it cleansed. You understand?
Also, the second address, but I think second verse 1, they say, I will give them unto people that have not seen me, but yet believe on the things that I have said.
That is it.
Very powerful thing.
Yeah. Like this generation, we never see the Lord. At least in this lifetime. You understand? We never see him do no miracles, but what we do? We believe. We sure we believe.
You see what there's what the word, you see the sign.
Right? The signs that he said we would see.
So basically the sign, and that is what I'm going to mention. That is the sign that they would see, the sign of John. You understand? And the NID always still not going to accept that sign. Right? So the NID, the Lord don't have things set for it. You see that the only sign they're going to see is that.
Alright, I expect that say the revolt and go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said in Senegal.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically the position. Just like you see, that's what we say, no? The Lord is always an example of it. Just like that man in our past. Talking about speak for it. You understand? Judgment set. You know, you're supposed to come and ask, hey.
Yeah, you're supposed to come
You're
out here.
supposed to come. We do that thing that you're supposed to come in.
And like the
You
same
know?
old woman who they come up the last time and say nobody not hearing me and no, it's not matter, nobody not hearing. The same way you could come and say nobody not hearing me, you could come and stand up and listen.
Motherfucker pastor, let's be on TV. Hold on, let's still don't abide by the words that he say. So where's the difference? You see that see all the certain folly. You understand?
But this it's like how if you're starting up here, we had a sign how to make $1 million. Because
Yeah, everybody stop.
even though they're here, we ain't going to come up and find out. That is what that sign is. It's to talk about that in Ezekiel 37. They say, take you 2 sticks and make them into one.
Correct.
So they say, when they see it, they shall ask what means these things. So that is the $1 million sign there.
Yeah, well,
And
only
it's
the
not-
only
it's not
the
for
like $1
exactly.
million. Only the thing is, the only the elect would want that kind of currency.
Yeah.
Only the elect. Everybody else,
Not everybody just get a
they
million
go
dollars.
pass and watch, you know, but they are going quiet, you know.
Not everybody just get a
Alright,
million.
always Rasta, alright, we're seeing Judah on top there. Alright, I seen a lion here, I Rasta.
Next thing too is not everybody just get a million dollars.
That
Yeah,
is
son.
it. Run that ye shall. Attain. Good.
Talking about here? Nah. All they go and feel.
I think it's he what we very well know what we're talking about. So
Yeah, because it's not the first time.
when he passed with he locks, he done good and man good and tell him. Yeah, boy, I locks. You don't want to hear that?
The main thing about we people, correction, anti-correction. You can't correct me, especially for younger than me. But you could teach me, but you could correct me on.
That got stumbling block there, real.
You cannot correct jigs. You understand?
But at the end of the
That's why they get the die by water, they got to die by fire this time. That's why you gotta feel it again. That's all.
You see that eye cold on you thing?
Yeah, they
One of
got
the
that.
biggest stumbling blocks is the box of bridges.
You shall know it after that by pain.
See, I'm gonna bring up it up here. Right. You see, book of 2nd Chronicles, chapter 36. I'm going to read from verse 15. Right? You see, and the Lord God of their fathers sent to them by his messengers. Let me read back over. Sorry. You see, and the Lord God of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. So this is how the Lord God will be sent unto them, by his messengers. Who are his messengers? They're outside here. You understand? There are plenty of scriptures you can bring out to mention where his messengers would be. And no, they would not be in no building. No, they're not going to be in a temple. Nor would they be outside here telling you that the name of the Lord not important. Nor would they be outside here telling you that 16, 17 different heavens. You know, the Lord messengers will be outside there telling you the word. Right?
Be telling you mark of the beast is an embargo,
In an embargo, or you had to raise up your right hand. Yeah. Once you raise up your right hand,
You pledge allegiance to the flag.
you pledge allegiance. Yeah, so every time you go to buy and sell, no, you have to raise up your right hand. No,
say-
you see, and that's how stupid our people is. They hear that and they run with it. You see, again, it's never about the truth with them. Man.
Come.
It's never about the truth with Jake.
You gotta tell me the truth, no? Just tell me something good.
Yeah.
Just tell me
Speak unto us,
something
huh?
good.
Speak unto speak unto
Smooth
us,
words.
it says prophesy unto us, lies, you know. See, that is what they want. It's all about it's never about the truth. It's all about a feel good money thing, just whatever it may be, right? That is what it is with these people outside.
So I see
You
now.
understand? It's never about the truth. It's not about the truth. The elect will get the truth for sure, right?
Yeah, about laws, just speak or something.
Yeah, that's why.
that's
That's
what
why
I see.
you didn't mention
So I
like
see.
even the sheep. The Lord's sheep will hear him and come to him,
Will
but
hear
then
a
he
voice
says some will
behind
be
them.
sheep for the slaughter. You understand?
So
Some,
the ultimate
some will be
sacrifice.
some good as thing, you know. But in the day, the Lord sent his messengers. You all just choose to what?
To forbear.
To forbear.
That is all. You want to hear that?
Jeremiah, I believe it's 28, they mention what? They prophesy against what? And the kingdom, evils, you know? So, that is what we do. You all don't like it because it's speaking against you or speaking against
I
something
know we are
you don't
promotion,
like.
you know. As the president now, you can tell me the world go on done. I know
just follow 5
what I'm
years,
telling you, right? Me, I know one pull out a down payment on a big house in Mocha in Maraval. What you telling me? They want to hear that?
Just like
My
the-
life now start.
woman
You
and
telling
the
me
man,
about digitalization and marketing, but I'm not ready for that part. I got married, pull out a big beamer, I buy a big house, and live nice, hallelujah. Then the world could. That's how Jake
But
says.
you know these jakes, they like cybernetic and these stuff. They just basically, the boys of the jakes go and fall for, I ain't like the scripture say, both rich and poor,
And poor, God.
you know,
Free and bound.
free and bound, yeah.
Nobody.
Last week, I think the woman and the man who just built the house and they stay behind
Yeah.
for the hurricane. And up herself for that, I think she was going to die if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, she was fine. They survived, right? But what went on is that they did not renovate the house, right?
Right.
So they didn't want to leave.
Everything fresh, so
everything fresh now. Right? So
Everything fucking
what went on is that she ended up they stay hurricane pass, and the next video that they saw from them was that the husband was in a canoe, right? So he was going around trying to go and find certain things that get floated away, but it was not. But he was also high when he can't walk. The first thing he saw was a body. You understand? It's like, you know? And you know my mom, boy? And then but stay back and Lot, the wife, you know? They can't give up this place.
God.
This is how it is with Jake. They can't give up here.
What you Bruce say? Oh, we seek not our
For this
this is no continuing, for we have no continuing city
yeah,
here,
but we seek one to come. You know?
So wherever to go here, like, go by, you see any city to come, that city will stand for it. It has nothing wiping out that city. And no natural disaster and pestilence and famine and no, brother.
You won't be able to see why it is the Lord does even allow us not to multiply riches here.
Oh, just add something you were saying now. Let's just draw back a point. What the Lord now sent was like two different witnesses, right? The first man passed, he heard, he stayed for a little while and he was like, hey, you know, this is the right thing. And the second man passed ball in what? Oh, you speak a little louder. The man who had, the camera cannot pick it up, right? The camera could not pick it up. Right? It's just, the camera do have it honest. The first man who come up, listen from the body, it have a little wall, right? Back of the camera. Because he using a cane. So he stopped by the wall, right? He stopped by the wall, he listened, and then he still walk up with the cane. No, this is not a man, but when that cane obviously he can't walk too good. Some problem.
No, he's an age man, he's an age man.
Age, right?
He's not a young
so he come up right here,
God.
and he tell the brother was saying something, and he tell the brother, hey, you're saying the right thing, you're speaking the right thing. You know? And then right after that, the next man
a younger man,
not
no
cane,
yeah,
walking good. His statement was
talk about that.
That it is a straight. You know? That is a straight.
He says sheep will hear a voice behind them. That's alright.
Let's see how these
That's
things
alright.
are willing to hide now.
Yeah.
Come. But the truth didn't come to me on the highway and byways, you know. You understand? His brother sat down with me quiet and he wasn't talking hard. And he showed me certain things and after that it just went from there.
But when you heard it,
But when you heard it, you run with it.
Yeah. This is 2 Chronicles 36 verse 16. It said, but they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord rose against his people till there was no remedy. I'm going to show you something, right?
that's such point as well.
Like 36, 15 to 16.
Right? You get anything else about my question.
Right?
You would misuse and not
So, a remedy, right? When you're sick, you make a
The
remedy.
remedy is to fix. The good remedy is to fix.
Right? It's
To fix or to correct.
So yeah, so you get sick, people just say I'm gonna make a remedy to get better,
I
right?
have a homemade remedy here, boy. It ain't gonna taste good enough, but
And the
tomorrow
Lord
you're
say-
back.
So, and the Lord say here, right?
You pour out your wrath without remedy.
He can say, he say, the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no 2 Chronicles
36, 15.
16, right?
15 and 16, but I want to
It
say,
say until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy. The Lord telling you, hey, you have no remedy for this, for what is going to happen to it. You know, you have nothing to fix that.
the wrath arose until what? When he said no remedy, mean what? It have no more repentance. It have repentance work up, so right now it's fire. Nice one. He will spew out flames. You understand? Call them all the misuse the prophets, all the slander the prophets, call them this, that, the third, say this, you know what I mean, Armen, whatever, you know what I mean? These terrorists, these all kind of things, all sorts of derogative terms. And you know what? We still continuing doing what we do, right? That not going on deter this ministry, man. If it was, I would say it's an attack. They say if it be of men, it
Come to know that
surely
they
come to
act,
know
they
that.
act, yeah.
You understand? If this is not of men,
See, and that is what going on, like Vocal Malone and all these men are doing all these videos, right? Vocal Malone and these other, let me say, they call them, these Antichrist and them, right?
yeah, the finance-based Israelites.
Yeah, finance-based Israelites, these Antichrist and Christianities and them, Christians and them, right? They do all kind of things to go over, to cut off this.
God,
But this is of the Lord. You understand? This is of the Lord. Right? That is why their work coming to naught and our own more outside. You know?
I have a meaning here to the dictionary. It's a Misuse. It's an incorrect, improper, or unlawful use of something. It's say to abuse or mistreat.
To what?
To abuse or mistreat.
That's basically what it is. That is what these Israelites do unto the Lord's prophets. You understand? They abuse, they mistreat.
I want it.
You know?
It's to deceive, to be a mocker.
To be a what?
To be a mocker. It's to ridicule, mocking, and then it goes down to the strong definition which says to cheat by unlovely, to maltreat, deceive, misuse.
So basically the same thing. You know? Because you abuse means you go mistreat. You understand? And that's what they do, the Lord prophets. But at the end of the day, as the Lord said, there are no remedy for the wrath that he wants to be. Even Revelation 14 say what? Then but take the man.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. Don't be, without mixture. In the nation without you know?
Indignation.
That's what, That's a good way. The man say it in that form.
I think we got into different precepts.
No, Revelation 14 verse 9. Right? Now let's go straight to the text. It says verse 10, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. So he says, so it mentioned the wrath of God again and tell them, they're going to be destroyed. So without mixture, you know, and not so. Alright, so I'm gonna show you something, right? You throw out alcohol. If you mix it with water, it becomes what? Weaker. If you mix it with a soda, it becomes weaker. If you mix it with juice, it becomes weaker. Right? So the Lord telling you here is without mixture, you're going to receive the full blunt of his wrath. The full blunt of his destruction. That's what you're going to face. It's not coming light. Now mix it in. This is what will happen to these people outside here.
Right? Just read us Revelation 14.
Yeah, like 14. Go ahead.
Continue, John.
Yeah.
John 20, or read from verse 30, right? They say, and many other signs truly did Yahushua in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book. They say, but these are written that ye might believe that Yahushua is the Mashiach. They say, the Son of Yahweh, and that believing ye might have life through his name.
True what? Yeah, true Lord, I name but it's only because the scripture says only one name on the heaven by which man shall be saved. You understand? So it has no way that the name could be irrelevant. You understand? The name is the most important part of it. You understand? So who you're going to be praying to if you're not praying to this name? Then you're committing idolatry. You understand? Spiritual adultery. That's where you're committing. Yeah? Yeah, more now?
Sure, you say what they say that ye may be doing this, they say what? They say all things are written aforetime. They will be forwarded.
We may have hope.
We understand adversity through stories like Job, through stories like Ezekiel. We understand also prosperity from, we know that we wouldn't receive that ending Job effect here. You understand? That is a kingdom thing. But the scriptures say what they say. They say the Lord is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. He's not a man who run and promise you pay, and then you'll be going and rioting on the streets with placards. You understand? What we run right?
Understand the Lord is not slack concerning his promises, as some men concern slackness, and that goes for both the blessing and the curse. That goes for the kingdom and for the fire as well.
Yeah, sure. All the time the Lord deal. If he tell you something, he tell you something. It happened.
But what you always
say, today for the truth, these blessings, this is what happened. Alright, that's what they do. Receive the curses. No?
To this day, it's still upon us for our side. You understand? But yeah, what should I say? Behold, I come quickly. And what? Behold, I come quickly with, and I come to give every man the reward according to what? According to the work. Not just by your faith, but according to your work.
Say, it's weeping and nationality.
Weeping, mourning, and nationality.
So that is to show you what it is. You see, the day of the Lord is not what you think it is.
God.
No, your perception or your belief of the day of the Lord is like tulips and roses and
no consequence.
Yeah, no consequence, for your actions. It don't work so. No, but I made a statement before that worship him not even in his presence, right? And yeah, so let me add something now to that. When Jake gonna do something bad in this kingdom, right? When the first first come to the mind, the police hold them. Police don't be around, but the fear for the police has come one time.
Judgment, yeah.
And that's just going back to what the brother was saying. You see all the fear the police? The fear the Lord the same way. Nothing, you're not wrong.
Not because you're not here physically, I mean, and ESC, you know, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and then when something happens to all them, how this happened? No, the Lord see what you do. That he just appoint this particular time here, rather it be a year, 2 years after, 3 years. Now is the time to feel your pain.
God.
You understand?
And most of the time when you ask a Jake, any man you never,
Nah.
no, nothing never.
I never do nothing, you know. I never do nothing. Like Jake.
But I think about it, we always do something. We always do something.
All works will be accounted for. Whether it be good or bad, it will be accounted for. It's a judgment for your good and the bad.
I want to preach up here, because you said they are the Lord now. Then Joel 2, we start from 28, it says, and it shall come to pass afterward, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and upon all the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour my spirit, and I will shew wonders in the heavens and in the earth.
So that's basically like we were mentioning before. The Lord showed you wonders right now. Second is just 8. Is it 8 or 9? Not 8. But it's a through effects and signs.
Yeah, I think like 9.
9,
Nine,
right?
nine,
Yeah, 9. And it will be manifest. You mentioned even the beginning of what?
There's wonders and great works and
Great works,
ending
yeah.
in signs and
And
effects.
effects.
Yeah, I know.
So that is to show you that you see me with the old one that pop back up there again.
And if I can also say, see how you say your sons and daughters shall dream dreams. Now, right now, you're always seeing somebody on YouTube with some dream, either about destruction, about chariots in the sky, about floods, you understand, about some great earthquake that killing hundreds and thousands of people.
Nobody ain't getting no dream of good things.
Yeah, right now, yeah, nobody gonna have no happy dreams.
Nobody ain't getting no happy dream because that is what going coming out. People like to talk about omen and omen and so forth. Yeah, that is omen. A bad sign.
No tell no stories and happening like that. You see no sun in the sky with baby face shining and shit.
It's predicted that like we was talking about last night. The brother shared article about what it was that? What cut off?
The cyber attacks.
Cyber attacks, right? But what it was?
So Iran get a cyber attack?
Nah, not Iran. It wasn't Iran. They're trying to blame Iran.
I think on China.
They're trying to blame Iran and China for a cyber attack on America, right? But actually, an article last night about some other place that had or some other things that had a cyber attack, right? Now, for the past few weeks, it had plenty cyber attacks, but they want to blame Iran. They want to blame China because they know why they're doing it for. They know they want to attack.
Cause and effect.
Right? Cause and effect, right? Now, okay. America saying for the past how long we have been saying since I believe long time, right? But since we started talking about it more, I believe it was like 2 years ago, like a year ago, something like that. We started to talk more about cutting off of the internet.
Yeah, I think that was us.
That was an article. That was an article written by, but that was shared by who? By the American government. That it would have a day that the internet will crash. That wasn't Iran. That wasn't China. They come out and say that it would have a day that, a big cyber attack and so forth and so on and all these things.
That's a good alibi.
Right? It's a good alibi. Right? And again, when that happened, imagine the state of how the space is going to be. Imagine the kind of pain and affliction that's going to take place.
The children already killing their parents with bad game control and so forth. What a child going to do to the parent when mommy or daddy can't turn on the internet? For you to watch Lululemon or
Cocomelon. No one say that.
And that is why.
What you want to do?
And there's something like something I'll show you somebody.
Go ahead.
Like we grew up in a time where we didn't need it.
God.
We
We wasn't pacified by technology and all that.
Matter of fact, we grew up with no internet.
You understand? When we was growing up, it had no tablet or look the phone. No, it was go outside.
Get a
and
particular
play.
time. Get a particular
understand?
time. You used to
Until they wait to say, wait, those two parts, where you go? You're
yeah,
getting licks for going too
to
far.
going too far.
And you're getting licks for staying in the house too much.
So we grew up, you go river, you go this, you go to do certain things. Now, everybody have a particular different childhood, right? Some men might have grew up in the city a little more, but still wasn't like now.
As the kids today.
Right? These children depend upon the internet.
Can.
To the fact where I've seen it firsthand, where I've seen kids, you know, when the tablet get taken from them,
Jump.
They say they get on bad. They
Sure,
see
don't
the take, so they dependent upon it. Now, let me go to the mindset of how childlike big people are. Right?
And then they are stuck, right? And then some boy killing mother over something else.
Yeah, that we know mentioned it.
That I was talking about the controller.
Oh yeah,
Because I think
It was the controller. She take it away.
she take it away and something and he killed she strangled she something so I tell you
about, if you let me say monstrous woman.
menstruous
Menstruous
woman
woman,
monsters.
monsters.
You understand?
So that and that prophecy, right?
Come.
What that the word, right?
Them to sell monstrous too.
No, but that is it.
No, that is what it said.
I
That is
said
what it said.
so is it all the time. So we have seen the son go behave the father go
Yeah.
around.
So let me go to the mindset of how older Jake is, right? They themselves dependent on the internet.
Come.
They have no basis of survival without it.
Come.
A woman, they dependent on the internet for the everyday needs. You share a picture, a man will like it, he will care if she want to carry she to eat.
Yeah,
She
might get groceries
starving,
for
she
the
get go for the week support, she whatever it is. Like she
A man
needs,
versus
right?
the situation when she get fed up
Yeah.
by him on to the next.
Some is to receive validation and others is
Well,
to be
that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So the mindset based upon the validation, and that's not what I mentioned, that the reason why there's so much there is because they know that there's the attention there. So the whole basis is there. That's why when something happens to these women, the first thing they do is what?
Take the phone, like one on that phone.
Or they're going
Status.
to status, post, thing, share. Because now they know an next idiot. You know, a man said the other
Somebody
day.
go support them.
Yeah, a man said the other day, behind every idiot woman is an
Yeah.
idiot friend who telling she is queen. And we were there. We laugh, but it's
That's
serious thing. Yeah. You know, we go say, you know, but I post a script here. They will come and say that right now. You can't.
So
A
you're
man
like,
said, the
and-
one man
and-
said,
God's
Yeah.
queen because you could create life.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
when she friend come in, that's right.
that's right, Queen.
Yes, queen. You know, but that is to show how dependent it is because now, and that is what getting people their mindset so fucked up because there are other people agreeing with the madness,
spewing.
right? Now when that cut off, and now you head back into reality, wait, I know nobody to talk to. It are men in that day when I cut off, they turn serial killers. They release.
They're no longer willing.
They're not willing to support. They're not willing to support that. I don't even going to support. Support is still a good word. I say they're not willing to smile with you no more.
Yeah.
They all smile turn to a frown because they're ready to do what?
Rabbit.
Whatever I was giving them, they're going to take it in that day.
And-
Because
and-
it have nothing,
and-
nothing to stop them.
The
And
most
even-
dangerous. So it's like
Yeah,
a
it's
word.
still, and just thing because when the internet cut off, all these men who not getting nothing and watching porn and
that's why
all,
no one say that.
it's reality.
Reality
Because
check.
the standard of life so high to even get things sometimes. You gotta be the best.
I
of
know
the
one.
best.
I know one say that
So-
because it's a reason why. Like okay, at the time of video I was watching, not a video. Sorry, yes, it was a video and a post, but post leading to the video, and it was going into how porn destroys the man's mind, right? And literally, it right. They write about it because literally, on a really not supposed to be watching that, right? But it goes into how it destroys the man's mind because you're watching something so much. It plays with the mind to the fact where you believe that is how the perception is supposed to be in real life.
Expectation.
That is the
That's alone
expectation.
too.
That is why the little children now, like I see it, I don't see it, I didn't see it firsthand, but I've seen it like with the little children, the way how they talk is because they watch porn so much, they see one particular way and they believe that this is the way it's supposed to be, right? So in a day when things cut off, you be like,
I gotta go out there and get
I
it
want to go
now.
outside and get one way or the other end. I see people fail to realize that is what it is.
So that alone too, you become addicted through the release of dopamine.
But
You understand? So when every time you know what I mean, you're at a quiet time, you go look for that release. It's like a drug now. It starts to come to you like a drug. You gotta keep going back to it.
Well, I always say people, anything can be addicted to.
Yeah.
You understand? And that is how the place going to be in that time. Right? So, come back to what I was saying, women, they themselves like children, man. And the men, because the men become now effeminate, but the worst thing to ever think. Well, this is something people have failed to realize, and this goes for the always right woman. The man who's smiling with you and complying with you right now, and that because he have to. And that day, what just switch? Because men know a man that smiles is always hiding something in behind. Right? Which could talk about a man that smiles as much, that thinks too much. You understand?
He's known by his gaze and
A man is known by his excessive gait and laughter.
Man, something I read Surah the other night, right? Let's see if I find it here. Quick. Right? Let's see if I find it here.
But I say well, because only because they have to, because men know what this law, this system is for all you. The bill is for all you. Right? So all they could continue to put we down and keep men, I should say, not we. But keep men what at the bottom and keep all this thinking that all you on top.
when justice is no longer being enforced.
I don't even say justice. Once laws no longer being upheld.
It's talking about the woman king shit now.
I never watched it, man.
Nah, but had a fight. The woman king, she was fighting a man like so big this Jake was. Jake was big. And she was holding she own now.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the woman about it. She was like, yes, that woman can crack a woman can fight. And I say in my head, right? I like that you know there's a movie. They go try to promote that women's strength kind of shit. But you put a normal woman and a normal man on an island by themselves. And no police. No justice system. Nobody.
No repercussion.
And you ain't shit. But that is the first and last time.
Like the other I watching a movie now, and this woman car shut down. And a man pull up he off and she ride. He say, no, I will take you to the next town to get some gas. And while on the way, he take a detour. So she watching him. So she asks him, where we going? Every night have a satellite up the road there. You could, get signal to make a call. And when he stop the van, he tells you, yeah, and come out and make a call. So one time she cracked the door and she started to run because he don't know it have nobody around to say.
Yeah, you activate. And maybe you run where you going to go. You understand? Where you going to go? You can't run him. You can't fight him.
Yeah, that, like some of these movies are straight up playing, what is the show Obama, the Obamas make the other day? What behind? You leave the world behind, right? And there's plenty of movies showing how people are activate every time I like that. And that day, men come back. See, I explained this to somebody and they couldn't even get the other day. I see, I remember something. A man, literally, right? I'm going to say it in this context because they might say what I'm saying and they might say, I'm going in like an animal. You see like what you call an animal, it's a predator and prey. One man is
a man is supposed to be a predator, right? He's supposed to be a hunter.
Not the predator, I always want to say thing,
not,
right?
Yeah, not that, like that, but
a predator thing, right?
By social construct meaning, right terminology we use it. A man or a male of the species is the predator. He's the hunter, so he's the predator. That is what we mean. Carry on.
And this is what a woman was explaining that to other woman the other day. And I was like, she was talking sense. She was like, she was telling them, you all fail to realize what a man is. She was telling them like, watch the animal kingdom. You ever see a woman animal, try to overrule a male animal? No. Or try to make him change? No. We know obviously we're not going to that context, right? But she was saying, yeah, the man himself is a beast. He has certain ways. It's the same way you have certain ways, he has certain ways. You can't change that because it's always in him. So at certain times, like a man will suppress that. But at certain times, he will release it. And then you'll be like, where that come on from? Because that is in a man. right? And that's what going to happen. In that day, when them shit
society
pop off,
crumble.
and that in a, you know,
Men
yeah,
will go back to the
to the natural
former
instinct, yeah.
Just like when women use it, there's going to emotional rage.
Yeah.
Men there's going to aggression, rage or aggression.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. I mean, let's finish here. See, book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 19. We'll read from verse. Read from verse. Read from verse. Read from verse 20. Because this is going into basically everything that we're speaking about. It says, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the Lord, and the knowledge of his omnipotency, right?
Right.
Because the Lord is
Omnipotent meaning all powerful.
all powerful, everlasting power, and so forth, right? So you see, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and all wisdom is a performance of the Lord, right?
The performance of the law. Right, go ahead.
It says, verse 21. It says, if your servant say to his master, I will not do as it pleaseth thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourisheth him.
Yeah. Still under the master.
By the hand that
Feed him.
saying,
You understand?
Yeah, what the scripture saying is even if you're saying one still do it, you still don't move me to rat, you know?
You gotta pay for that.
You still don't, because you move me to rat alone. You understand? You're looking for it. You can't tell me no is yes. As it's saying chapter 29 verse 30. But 30 and 29, what the spirits were, they seek to appease the ones that created them. So when the spirits have vengeance, 29, 28, yeah. The spirits have vengeance, how are we supposed to be doing? Appeasing the one that created us. Now not say no and then do it. No, just do it. Until the best of your ability.
You know the thing about it, that it is even seated man, right? A man who have a king or a boss.
Yeah.
You have a worker, and you tell the worker, hey, do that. And the worker ain't do it. You might do that later time, right? That boss don't forget that.
No, you
You'll
still
come back and say, hey, you have more to do.
Yeah.
Because
You go get something, you say, you
get
know what?
something more now,
You come back out until I call you. Next time you come back out, you get 2 days work free, you can get a watch. You have to know how I get money to go to the next week.
I go back to
Yeah.
the scripture and say what? Because judgment against an evil work is executed
That's
speedily.
speedily.
People get complacent.
Yeah, the heart gets set in its way.
Because they're not being judged for things like outrightly. Back in the days, you do something now, they put it in the court now, and they turn
deal
it
with
now.
it.
Now, you might have a
No, you say I'm in jail about 15 years before your sentence come up and
Not
charge
just that.
and thing and
you might do something now and you get judgment 5 years down the road and you do so much things you can't even remember what you get that for. You understand? That's your way to so that you get so complacent with nothing really
I
happening.
couldn't tell you, you
instantly.
could do as you please.
You're not really studying that.
Can't, but
You
what?
might even think, I hope you die before you think
Guy
about
like the
it.
scripture say, let your mind always be in the, what is that? The precept is in Joshua.
Which one?
It say, let your mind always be in the scriptures.
To
Or
meditate day and night, that Joshua
Right,
1.
Joshua.
I think 1:7.
Because when you meditate on that Lord day and night act, when you go in and do something wrong, the first thing, wait, there's adultery. Wait, this is defrauding my brother. Wait, there's...
You meditate on the penalties
Even
also.
if you're going to do it, your body does naturally start to feel shaky, does get nervous, it start to feel like,
You get
well,
convicted.
no, I'm doing the
Yeah,
wrong thing, boy.
no,
You're convicted in your spirit.
And regardless of whatever the consequences, you're going to stop.
That's why.
You know,
like-
well,
I don't need
if
this
I
in my
if
life
I
right
don't
now.
defraud this brother, okay, I get to get this to do this and but like fuck I can't go through this because within yourself, this is come like a lying to her brother.
This
Before you tell that brother, you're like your spirit don't start to shake and you start to say, I really don't like it. But if I just tell the truth and if the brother, you know what I mean, rebuke me.
And not only that too, and I really fear the Lord come in.
That is
Because
why
they
it's
know
meditate all the time. So before you do the wrong, the spirit come like your handbrakes, you know. You go say, hey, hold on. Remember the law say, thou shalt not. You understand? But you make a joke by real jet. You see what that precept really meditate on the scripture.
because it's the fear of the Lord will hold you back.
Can.
Because they know the
You know the
consequence behind.
consequence, can.
That's temporary.
And then you're going to
fixes
say,
it.
die and no one said, then you're going to say, boy, this really not worth it. The kingdom not worth this, boy, no, bro. Look at that. No, for it. That's serious thing. It's like a
No,
But
I ain't finished.
yeah, finish it.
Let's say verse 22, it said the knowledge of wickedness is not
No
wisdom.
wisdom, God.
It said neither at any time the counsel of Sodom's prudence. Right? It said that I see, and I go back to what you were saying, it's like, you see, when you have the internet, right? when you're on the internet, it's a here, it's a the council
So
of citizens,
it's not
right?
prudent.
So when you're on the internet, you could say something abominable, and,
And
everybody will
people
come and say
support
you're
it,
right.
that the council has not.
So especially when it comes to women. The woman is talking about that blasphemy. Like
a man
literal
will-
blasphemy.
A man will never tell a woman she wrong, man. At least not even on the media because they know you're gonna backlash.
Yeah. So man, it's like that's what let us pass. Alright. So for example, right? The same situation I showed you with the woman who wanna sleep with the man that had the
Yeah.
right? It has men who
100%.
come out and say, you crying for, you never do crying for.
Yeah, you see it and
You
still
see
do
it,
it.
you still went. You doing that work and you even wearing no protection. You look for that.
God.
There's a woman balling. There's a woman balling. Huh. You know, woman.
Like I see she going through a hard time.
Not that. I'm tell you the greatest statement. Oh, they hate black women, yes. That is the greatest statement is used online. And then
Not entirely wrong.
And then with the next one ball, right? The next one ball, she ball or they hatred for women or they just gay. He's like, no, and that's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? And that way you run, you know, that is because that is
And
the
the
situation.
first thing there is one to say when you be an actual man, you know, yeah, why you hate someone?
Yeah,
I mean,
I was saying that
Yes, I'm a
video.
sergeant.
Man, I was saying that video was a woman explaining how a man should be. And it's the craziest shit you'll ever hear in your life.
I never
It's
see
the
a liar
craziest shit.
teach a fish how to swim.
Yeah.
So how a woman could tell a man how to be a man? That's my whole thing. I
Like-
never see a
like-
snake teach an elephant how
like-
to run.
like-
so
like-
how a woman could tell a man, or how a woman could teach a boy to grow up to be a man?
Like one of the biggest thing, right? One of the biggest thing, right? One of the biggest. If you come and debate now, right? Is a woman having periods, she make a child, and she still has to see about the kids, and thing, right? And somebody said literally, the only reason why you're thinking so is because it had become a stupid conversation today. But a man and a woman is two different creatures, right? When I say two different creatures, you know what I mean? Male and female, right? It's two different things. The man body not made like the woman body for a reason. It had a man and a woman have different jobs,
Roles
different
and
responsibilities.
They're not
Matter of fact, literally, the woman is supposed to work.
God.
The man is supposed to work, right? The man is supposed to. Why if you all these abominations happening because the woman going into work, right?
And some of them feeling
Some
there's
of
more
them
man
feel
than
more
man.
man than man. And
And
so
then,
forth.
you know what I mean?
Right?
And a man home feeling there's more woman
And
than
so-
woman.
And that's the other, you know, the reason why women feel that there's more man than men is because of the money that they make. But
And I wouldn't even say that. You know what make women feel that? You don't go back to the system making them feel so, but you also have to put in consideration that men had them so as well.
Yeah,
Can't.
yeah,
Understand?
yeah. Men is the
I wouldn't even
men is
say
the
Men is
money
the blame, yeah.
because you know what? Like yesterday, I saw a fella. I know share a video now, but it's basically I don't know. Only should I see it because it make news. It's a local girl talking about dates. Oh, the woman going on cheap dates. He can't only. Is he that?
Yeah.
Is he that? Is it? Is it?
I don't think so. What's this up?
So the woman is type of thing.
Oh,
I inside joke on it.
I think I see it on the video. She had
She
some
had
right in the
right
group.
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
I
see
find
it.
it back, if I find it back, I will share.
She talk about going for long
Yeah,
drives,
long thing. And
like
it's-
basically a cheap date. He try
date,
not to
yeah.
drive. When
So-
you know you're dating a
so-
broke man because he like a long drive
Yeah.
and ice cream and
Yeah,
go for drinks.
That is
That's
it.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah,
what.
yeah.
So when he shared, I comment, right? I was like, listen, I'm not sure what I say exactly, but I had to put the video here, right? This is there. This is the video here.
Yeah, that's it. I see that.
Right?
Right?
Right? So I say,
I didn't want you to think that.
I tell them, the craziest shit to me is men spending all that money. It's actually crazy. Because you don't meet she, you gonna pay to 3 to 4 days. Right? When that man are nothing.
Then buying shrimp, gyro and game
Can you spend the money on good? You understand?
Chim guy, you like dog food.
Yeah. You understand?
That's it.
So you
Men are carrying you for
the
a long
reason
time
why I
to
say
see no when you
the
in.
reason why I say it too, and I know it kinda
Yeah, moving it. Just
No, just
just put it in right there, man.
Then it's in your box area and that is
Yeah.
it.
So the reason why I say it too is because I don't know if them might be men who does do the same thing too. So me know what I say, they kinda, you know, but I know him since like 10 or whatever, young. So we laugh now. So he was like, say, well, remember, use our plan, right? So you didn't spend no money. I said, no, because it's just that you're being a man. You understand? That time I said, just being a man. So if men be men, that wouldn't happen, right? And that is something I've been saying for years. The reason why they speak so outright, these women do that, is because they have men that doing the things that they say, that will support that madness, because the sense of getting a woman to them, they don't have it. You know, they can't talk or they might think, you know, and so forth and so on. They
That's what happened.
You know, that's what happened.
Some will give them 10 and some will give them 20.
So, I try to explain, but it just go back to the point of where they go back to what you say. Yeah, men is also an issue for these women.
Yeah, men is part of the problem. We can agree on that.
So, going back to the scripture, you know, right? It said, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. There is a wickedness and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom. Right? It says, he that had small understanding and feared God is better than one that had much wisdom and transgressed the law of the Most High. And let's just show you how it is. That small understanding you have and that fear of the Lord, it's better than that. It's better than that.
It will keep you.
You know, preserve you. You know?
I saw tell people, you have to be a genius out there.
Yeah.
You have to be smart enough to know what it is.
And as it said in the book of Timothy, contentment with godliness is great gain.
Again.
Contentment. Say, days will have to water your back from your shine. And do what you have to do.
That's why you see that some men you can deal with, they might not know the truth, right? But what they have is a slight fear. Nah, you see, she not thing.
Why don't do them things?
You know, the Lord saying us to come be big. There's some men I talk to like that.
Yeah.
We don't touch my
Say,
bed.
boy, you man, I agree. I savage, I don't know that thing. They go say it like that, but you know what I mean? Sometimes they take themselves serious, be glad that somebody actually doing the right thing. Just so now, but you didn't have to go through a breakdown.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just make me feel like some people do it. Why you do it for? But to be honest, I just can't. Smell and I just shake my hand to it. Yeah, man.
So become a law to themselves.
Yeah, come along to
I know a girl who just do it just because she know nothing about nothing. And she, but to be honest with you, Shatta, I just can't take it smell and how it just look. And then I grew up seeing the video with women and I say, but not that. It's all kind of meat I eat it now.
I
like that.
I know people who don't eat the all the means that the Lord said to eat because it's in the Bible. You know?
But I think some of them must say because it's scavengers.
No,
obviously they wouldn't have the truth like us, but they would use a particular thing.
But no, in the SDA they just say that scavengers and bottom feeders they don't.
But even if they are right, because it is a reason why they don't tell them not to eat those feeders because they are scavengers. But they eat not supposed to consume.
Like I tell people, shrimp is like the cockroach at the sea, man.
Yeah.
You understand? A lobster is come like a rat at the sea. You not supposed to see them things?
Nah, lobster would be like a centipede.
Nah, you call that rat stuff.
The rat at the sea is like
crab then.
Nah. A rat at the sea.
Not looking like him, but the functions of now.
The functions, no, well.
Because no one shrimp doesn't want to cockroach, so it's the same thing, you know.
Well, not really, yeah.
A shrimp is like a oversized.
Yeah.
Sorry, a lobster is like a
Oversized
oversized
shrimp. Now I say they come like a rat. Anyhow, go on.
Say,
No, that's what I do.
You still that thing, man?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Still like here.
See, verse 25, it said there is an, I even bring on the point. It said there is an exquisite subtlety, and the same is unjust.
Yeah.
And there is one that turneth aside to make judgment appear. And there is a wise man that justifieth in judgment. Verse 26, it said there is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit. Right?
So you try to appear certain.
Yeah, that's sympathetic.
Yeah,
He's
so
sorry for what you do, but inwardly he's saying, boy, I go and get my
and
back.
basically that's going into say, I don't understand the countenance of men.
Some dicks together that they don't want wickedness.
I know it. If I get a chance to do it again, I'll do it worse than the first time.
I have a cousin idea where he's calling me serpent. He's calling me snake, he's calling King Cobra. A man saving a man's Cobra.
He go be sorry, you know what? Let me get a chance to do it again, he'll do it worse.
That just, you know.
Can't.
But that is to show you that you understand the importance of the countenance of a man.
That's why I was going back to your saying that men will be smiling now.
Yeah.
But as they get the chance, that in a beast go come out.
So verse 27 it says, casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not, where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be aware.
You see?
Where he's not knowing.
Where he's not known. You ain't know him to be that? You ain't know him to be so? I don't know.
Slyly.
I don't know run down to be like that, you know?
Huh? What do you mean? What percent is that?
Nice to rock.
Let's rock 19. 19 it can still be. Except from 20. And the whole verse back.
You chapter.
Yeah, because verse 5 says, whosoever taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned. But he that resisteth pleasures come with his life.
Yeah.
That's so the rock is. That's like all the scriptures.
So rock 19.
It's rock 19.
So now it's saying where he's not known, so the things that you don't know, you're phone now. Because you cut John standing down as the brother say, cast down your head, you're looking like a pony one. Then that time come and there are no law or nobody to uphold this so-called law. What gonna do what you want, but you ever gonna do what you want?
I say, cast it
Do I
down.
say please?
Was the whole please.
Yeah?
I say, cast down his countenance and make it as if he had heard not. Where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be aware. Before thou be aware. Now. So you didn't even think yet.
You even thinking he done that? Girl, you know I tell this man come over, but you know what this man do me? I never even know he was so.
My best
But
friend
I
told me
tell
that, but-
him, I tell him I go in and
He was
bed.
good.
I didn't even think he'd take that no kind of way. I said, well, I go in and bed, relax by the time. I didn't know he'd
Bro, I told this man was my bedroom, boy. All this
Well,
time,
that was my dog.
all this time I tell this man to do this to
I'm
me.
watching my fila plantain all time.
Yeah.
Right? I cut down all my plantain and more, you know. No, it's going to be a serious thing because in that time, when you see the third world, as we was talking about in the beginning, everything is a domino effect. So when you see that war start, you have to remember Ukraine is the supply is 90% of the world with grain, right?
Ukraine and Russia, that's it.
Right.
One of them is wheat.
One of them is wheat. Well, wheat is that.
Wheat is grain,
Yeah, wheat is
and
grain.
Ukraine. And if both of them do the same thing and both of them in a war, the whole world going to be at a shortage.
I'm going to have a
Right.
Europe talking all that big talk about cutting off Iran. And on the background, all the oil coming from Iran.
Yeah, I know that. I see that and I was
So
like,
America
what?
probably the idea Europe's still getting things from oil now. But what you gonna do? That is the supplier. They only doing it. They only coming out the top of Iran because of you. Because
Exactly.
NATO.
Because
that's why
NATO.
the scripture say the beast shall eat the whole.
Yeah.
You understand?
So you making it bad for you because we have to defend you against the people who supply me. If them don't supply, what going on with me?
The point of real
It's
thing.
not like you and
the
oil
point-
for you to supply.
Yeah, the point of real thing. Iran is but in the background.
So,
Yeah,
and
right now.
America treating them
Central
bad,
Park for it.
and then tell them they can't go, like, you know, like you have an abusive husband, he ain't feeding you, and he will go to it for free, like,
You go to it.
that's America. They just wear style, you know that kind of thing?
Yeah, but
You
it's
must
like
get
the
fed
same thing. And when that time comes, you could have a small garden. You got 2 tomatoes, a kitchen garden. Let me say 2 tomatoes, a stalk of celery, some side. My men come in and the men want that. They know how they go and make it work, you know. But they go make it work.
With salt in there.
Yeah, with swords in the hand, you know. And the way you salt the season it too, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
really. The way you salt and oil to put on a fire, you get inside. It's madness in our watch, man. And that it. That's the day when woman go say we go eat we own bread and we own apparel, right? Just to say,
Just be covered in
I
the
say,
name.
no, that.
Take my approach and with
I want madam, I forget. She see shit now, boy.
I don't think
Not
they're
them
only fans
fellas.
no more.
That woman, no boy, she staying with Saddest. No boy, them fellas dread, boy. Them fellas talk about this thing and it happen. Nah, boy.
I don't think they're only fans
I come like yeah, like if you say I hear what all you go do for all you down in Egypt, just you know what I mean? Just just put in a good word for me now, right? And I go do all you want, I go send spies to find out wherever. Just put in a good word for me. And it's the same thing, you know, that going to happen in the end time, you know, when I say that precept, we will eat our own bread and we are own apparel just because by enemy because what? Because the prominence of the name of the Lord will be known. You understand? In the name of the Lord and the men of the Lord, as the brother was saying before, then shall they know a prophet was among them. And when you understand what a prophet is, you wouldn't want to interfere with nothing concerning a prophet.
Be like, hey,
Part
I
of the
was a chef for
judgment.
5 years now.
Part of the judgment is for touching the Lord's
And
prophet.
as we was reading misusing,
Yeah.
you understand?
Verse 28.
Right.
It says,
Yeah, what's it?
it says, if not, and say, and if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. Right? He get opportunity, he will do evil, and that day they will do that. See, all kicks and broke is basically coming to end soon. You know? Pain and sorrow, between that. I'm not doing pain and sorrow,
Pain and massacre.
Yeah. Big pain between. Like that feeling,
I think I bad someone hear them.
yeah.
That is bad.
So for what the power you do from sinning. So only in situations where you know you can't do it, because you do interfere with something,
Yeah, but
you could be a result, but the minute you get the opportunity, without any real consequence,
God, you take it without a second thought.
one time.
Say, yet when he finds opportunity, he was a believer. A man may be known by his look, and one that had understanding by his countenance. And when thou meetest him, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. So that's why sometimes you watch a man and see him chips and what I think I'm fucking food. You understand? You know, how many used to be before, used to be, they had a particular continent, you know? Men would have been saying, you know, men would have looked a little more serious and so forth and so on. But now the fact that, like, even in food, and you see, there are many ways to with the men is because the food that we eat, they put estrogen into it to the men. So the men become a little more feminine, more emotional and so forth, and this is water and drink. You know, all these things, they play a heavy role into what it is today. You know, just not one thing, but all is working on the Lord. Judgment is to be served. And however the judgment comes, it comes. You know, people just, they are saying, you know what the simple things, right? Simple things will come. When it comes to our ways today, like the mindset and so forth, that is simple thing, right? All that comes as well into the judgment of the Lord. You know? The woman disobeying me. I think I know.
I'm passing my man.
Should not say.
No, you should not sin.
Okay, look at that. So there's
Okay. No, you go.
So there's 2 Peter 2. Sorry, there's Acts 2 and start from verse 38, right? Acts 2 from verse 38, right? They say, then Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Yahushua Mashiach, for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. You understand? And I'll show you that all these people out there, you know, anytime somebody receives some little kind of information or something good happen to them, like, you know, like something that they pray for and something positive happen, the first thing they say, hey, the Holy Spirit revealed it unto me. You know, a lot of the time, for most things people out there, the Spirit of God not dealing with them like that. You understand? For most of them people, the Spirit of God deal with them in that kind of way. The Lord will reveal certain things unto them, and they say, really, prophesy and drink dreams and so forth. But the Lord not dealing with people out here to that degree. But any little kind of leeway somebody get or they get any kind of, anything that look like any kind of grace, the first thing they think is that the Spirit, that touch not Lord's anointed. You ever hear the people there say using them kind of things? Touch Lord's anointed. I be watching some of them people who say that, I be like, yo, you spoken blasphemy.
How you so sure?
You understand? Because some of these people, terrible. Like,
No, but that will stand as a witness against them because you know the scripture, so why you doing what you doing if you know?
delusions, strong delusion. They
Can't
believe.
pass also send them strong delusion because they love not the truth.
Can't.
So they should all believe a lie.
They say on verse 39, it say, for the promise is unto you and to your children, and to all that are far off, which are who the foreigners. So who are also Israelites. Say are far off, even as many as the Lord our power shall call. You understand? Those who are of the elect.
Now those who are not raised in Israel, knowing that they were Jew,
But they're still of the election.
they're of the stock, they're of the blood.
Say, and with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourself from this untoward generation. Right? And that what we're trying to do right now, through what? Doing the Lord's work and rehearsing the righteous act. Trying to save ourselves from this untoward generation. And so people say that in Revelation, they say, something will come in here that you be not partaker of you not be partaker of our sins. You understand? That separation taking place first. You understand? By this word, by separating us from those that are not of the Lord, and then ultimately, you understand, for those who will be taken up, they will be separated from
Revelation 18
destruction.
and 4.
See, they say, verse 41, They say, and they that gladly received his word were baptized. So they say they were what? They were gladly received his word. When come like the man who was talking shit, as the brother mentioned earlier, walk up talking shit about talk higher. You understand?
Who have to get it?
They say, on the same day, they were added unto them about 3,000 souls. I'll read the last verse. They say, and they continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine, and fellowship, and in breaking of bread, and in prayers. They say they talk about staying steadfast in the apostles' doctrine. You say that in other places. Say, continue thou in the things that thou hast learned.
Yeah.
Good.
In Revelation 3 and 10, it says, I believe it's 10, that's 10 or 11, it says, hold out, you like I'm quickly hold out fast to which thou hast, which is where you learn.
I think 3 and 10 is
3 and 10 is
because you have
our
all the
temptation.
fast. Yeah, those fast things here.
Yeah, I shall keep thee in your temptation because thou hast kept my patience, you will have my patience. That's in like from 11, whatever it is. You understand? But people don't seem to go on.
Yeah. So you see, we were taught what the writing is. And people that get after that. I'm not talking to somebody at the time and they say, well, you're born knowing the correct thing. Yeah. You have to get it. You understand? Why would they say train a child in the way? Like when he grows old, he will not depart from it if you're born knowing the correct thing. He must be feeling new covenant because, you understand? You have to be an idiot. Or you get born knowing the correct thing. You are taught what the right thing is.
Yeah.
And majority of these people are off. Why? Because they were taught lies. And just because they're wicked, so even though they taught the truth, they just don't give a shit. You know, they want to do whatever they want to do.
They want to do what seems right unto them. Well,
Yeah.
it's pleasure.
But they were brought up being taught errors. How they didn't know that stealing was wrong. If you live in the bush and your tribe had to steal from that tribe to survive, how you go and know that stealing is wrong? That is your way of life. That is survival to you. That is a part of hunting. You might watch them like, you know, like them is just spoils. You understand? How you go and know that thou shalt not steal? These things were taught unto us by the apostles and prophets of the Lord. Now I say what commit these things unto faithful men who will be able to teach others also. I shouldn't have to be out here if men born knowing the correct thing.
We wouldn't have a church if men were born in the church.
You understand?
What would be the point of salvation? What would be the point of your shine?
And I will say what? We say you steadfast in the apostles' doctrine. The things that you have learned, keep faithful unto the end. And that's what we've been out here. What you say? There's something I don't want to come out. But
I've been putting on my boots and saying I ain't going out there. Next thing I know, I'm out there.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I said, I don't want to go out there every weekend, mate. I initially have been to go and I still don't want to go.
Okay, you gotta go.
I'm putting on my boots and I say, no, I don't want to go out there, mate. I say, next thing I know, I'm outside. You don't anything. I have to do it. I don't have a choice. I could not want to as much as the flesh come and stay home. But I have to. I don't have a choice.
And that called being mean spirit, eh?
I call being disciplined. That is
your
fair.
mouth was on fire.
Yeah.
You understand?
Even Moses, he didn't want to deal with jakes. He's be complaining. Like, hey,
All of them don't want to deal with jakes. That's why the prophets usually used to keep by themselves.
Stay away because when men know you're a prophet, they will persecute you. Because
Yeah, man,
remember
man.
when you talk, it happened, you know.
What they do there, man?
You understand?
You understand?
Man gets so vexed, he was like, I done with this shit. He said exactly like that. He was like, why? But he said he couldn't keep it in. He couldn't. Because the spirit was moving him to complete that task. You understand? Now the Lord could have fulfilled his desire and made him not do it and just beat him. Like Job. No, not Job, like Jonah. You understand? Call him to go on one.
Run as much as you run and still end up doing back.
Go on one Nineveh. No. Go on a boat. All the places you could go, you want to go on a boat. That wasn't the best idea.
Exactly. Go on a boat, guess all over fish, really first foot here.
That wasn't the
You
best
could
idea.
run as fast as you could run, but you still have to do it. You see, most I say do this, is that, by you can do what you want. Right, you've had a testimony like that too. But before you get bumps down, you say, bye. I say, nah, I'm not going out there and do that boom, you get bumps down. You end up like that.
Plenty brothers had a
No,
testimony.
that's a serious thing.
Yeah. But if you have to do it, the Lord will make you do it.
Yeah, the Lord will put things in place that you can't run from it.
Keep our time to say that.
God.
Yeah. Because you can't stop prophecy, and part of prophecy is us coming out here and teaching these things. Because that had to happen before the destruction comes. Without the preaching, huh?
Jeremiah 1 verse 5. So David will be a prophet.
Without the preaching, when no destruction, you understand? They say what? They say if I had not warned you, you would have not sinned. But because I came, now you have no cloak for your sins. It's the same thing like us. We had to come out here and warn them so that they will have no cloak for their sins.
Nobody will be able to say that they didn't know.
With no prophecy, with no prophets prophesying, there's no destruction. Because the prophesying must come first before the prophecy itself.
God.
The warning must come before the judgment.
God. And that's how it said there was always somebody to warn you before judgment again.
That's order. That's the Lord's order.
Look at Noah. Noah building this boat for years and warning people for years. Oh, when Tony rain started to fall. Oh, when Tony morning rain started to fall.
They water run it.
The men started to scamper.
And yes, you
And it's the door that was the door.
Shut the door.
Yeah, because Noah being Noah, you don't let them in regardless.
And there's usually be, when you look at it, there's usually be by some shit that you wouldn't expect. Like, in that time, he was expecting a rain.
If I want to tell them, listen, but we never see it. You telling me in this late day and age rate?
Anytime I saw them on Gomorrah, who was expecting fire to be raining from the
You never see
sky?
brimstone fall from the sky?
You know, there's usually be some shit that...
I was 30 years of age and I never see hail in my life. But I know it happened. I never lived through hail.
Even
But
worse.
I know it happened.
In
So
Egypt.
imagine for them back then without technology and without Google or YouTube to see a video. Rain? You tell me about rain? Brimstone? Who brimstone off of you taking me for idiot?
Even worse.
Wake up during your sleep, you hear anything crashing down, you don't know what's going on.
In Egypt, man. Hail falling from the sky and burning as fire on the ground.
That
Imagine you
would freak
seeing
out.
ice.
catching
ice falling
straws on
and
fire.
catching on fire.
That would have freaked you out.
It's usually some shit that you have to know that a divine power had to do this. You understand that? You always do stuff like you have to know. They're not a common occurrence. Somebody said in the Moses movie, you say, is it your God's desire that frogs come out from the rivers and locusts? These things were done by themselves. And not of any. What? When all firstborns die, everybody
Serious though.
in a household, only firstborns die.
Oh, serious then?
You know that is not no natural phenomenon. You understand? It happened in a way that you had to testify and acknowledge that, hey, a divine power had to do this because that is not a coincidence. Only firstborns die. Imagine all households. When the old man who's sick on the bed and probably crippled up, he's still alive, you know. But if he was a firstborn, he'd have died. But if not, he lived.
I know what I get.
You understand?
I know what I get into this further.
You understand? You had that how the Lord does do things in a way that you have to know that it's He that did it.
Yeah, it's like, so what's his name?
It's like when we used to go to war. When we went to war, small numbers and men licking up hundreds of thousands.
About Maccabees when I was fighting
We
the
were talking
Romans.
about the robot, right? And there's a find an article pop up with China robot. You know, they already had the human face and so forth already. Now you wouldn't get thing.
Yeah.
That's not. Let me make sure this clear here. You understand? Yeah. Them have it look.
Yeah, I see that.
If it's time to come, the kind
Is
of
it all
destruction
like
we're going to be seeing.
Alex?
Yeah, so it's not going to be
Yeah,
on
I
a
see
normal scale. They say it never been a time like it before.
Why they say next year you could marry the robot now? Yeah,
The kind of things that we're going to see, the kind of things that the Lord going to bring up on this earth. They say what strange apparitions.
So-
You think watching The Ring and Chucky and shit,
your heart will fail. Before you could think about the panic, your heart one bust in your face.
you can imagine you in your house and a dolly starter. And like you see them horror movies and them dolly starter. And the eyes open and shit.
Movie. What my birthday again? You watch that movie?
Oh,
Welcome to Let's Open Animal Side.
Imagine.
Yeah?
Imagine you watching some scary. Imagine the scariest shit you've ever watched in your life.
Is that? So, when I perform Megan or something like that, they have over Dolly, they create a over Dolly, and over Dolly will be where try to kill people and then kill little China. Right? Fuck this shit. I watch it because, you know, they try to release now.
The atmosphere, yeah, try to the atmosphere. Really see
Alright, it was shit, man. It was. Alright. You know, it was alright, funny.
We didn't come there, we wasn't there for that, but
Yeah, we wasn't there for that.
but
You know, let's go before the thing. So I was like, alright, but in the movie, they made the robot. Not the usual, they made the robot good. And then, but I thought this one set up like what happened with the one that they make early and it went off and it killed the people. And then this one set up was she never put her hair in the beginning and then they fix it. And then they leave when they do what I can go to the stream water or something like that. And all on the land, then it chop off now. Went and tried to kill a little boy, who was school bullying, she kill an ex-man, thing. You know the usual thing.
with Avenger.
And that was what happened to all them. Well, it never happened that way. Because each of one set it off to be that way. If you understand what I'm saying. They go blame that the AI gets self-intelligence and so forth. But it just literally
They get self away.
gets self-aware.
You know, Matthew 24:37.
Oh yeah. That's how it's done.
So imagine, and that just technology, imagine for like baby months.
Well, but
Yeah,
I think it's yesterday or the day before me and Kwasha come up video and you was going there. You know? You want the Leviathan. You understand? Man, we need to break this shit. You watch Avengers, Endgame. Remember when you pass through the portal? Lord open some of these things and people try to see some shit they never see before. Man, this shit there, watch me. Don't get spooky outside here.
and spinning all the way around and shit like owls.
There's wisdom and Solomon talk about the sparks coming out.
Yeah,
The eyes
so
of
for
the
you say
beast.
there's a sight alone. You know? Man, going to think, where does big beast come from? Yeah, man, it was right here all along.
I ain't never seen that before.
Yeah, Matthew 24 verse 37. They say, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. The same far as in the days that were before the flood,
Yeah.
they were eating and drinking.
Yeah, like now, eating, drinking. Just had a hurricane, everybody in Miami this weekend.
Now, we know
You
past,
understand?
but that's
You
what,
cannot drink
it's not we people. We know past our whole set of Elamites. Going and do some
Yeah,
shit.
walking
But
with-
that is to show you how good the state is right now, how good
You
the
can
place
worship
is.
your idols
Yeah.
freely in the streets. Freely in the
Walk on
streets.
Walk on the streets.
Nah, but we telling the truth on the internet and getting cancelled.
And they walk by and we all kind of thing.
Wow.
When time of destruction come, I want to see them walking around with the Poseidon fork, and you shall not pass.
Man, we get tired of with great death and so forth. Some people that go mad off around them.
No self
See them run around the street and thing, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
They call it, can't remember what it's called, right? But them thing they send people
Yeah, trip
crazy.
them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called psychosis. They say it's going to a state of psychosis.
And the thing about it, like,
Don't know reality from the fiction now, boy. So wherever you see, you taking it as it
I
is.
believe it was one of the apostles on the side of saying that these people never see these people there never see what going to come.
Or true calamity.
Yeah.
They don't live through wars or
They never,
anything. So they
no,
never,
they never, yes. See, like them, they still had like the 80s, like the hardship of the 80s, you know, like the crack era and so forth. They still went through a hard period, you know. When Jake no come from this, they try to get money, crack thing, hit, go back down, this.
That's not Gen Z.
No,
Yeah, the
that's
older
what they
ones.
say.
Yeah, the
No,
older
that's
ones.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. The older ones went through some sort of hardship, right? The younger ones never went through nothing. The closest thing they went through to anything was
Internet feeling.
not even,
bed.
no, was the bed.
Yeah, the bed.
See, ragamuffin. You understand? That's the hardest one. That wasn't even hard. They was basically home playing game. You know, or they was basically home doing TikTok videos, and that's how TikTok take the whole trend. You see the fuck up going on, I mean, you know, that thing.
And even some of them, even though they couldn't socialize because everything was internet based, a lot of people bloomed in the sense of like being able like the social accounts
Social
and so
accounts
forth.
and so forth,
So
yeah.
some people, even though it was hard for some people even capitalized on it.
Like-
So it still wasn't hard as
Yeah, so like, for example, as Brother say, it's true, because even businesses and organizations say they have the state, the mindset of people, and the mindset of the world have never, it didn't recover. It stay one way, and the people mindset get worse. So, how they was in the lockdown, they come out thinking the same way, but it get worse. And And that's why you can see the reception someone and do. You know? It never recover. You can see it. You see that people never recover from it. You understand?
And I really would have wanted.
And that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And again, that's it. Like, other than that white hat, they believe 2012 was the end of the world. 9/11, someone was even born there at that point in time. You know, we went through that. Well, we didn't went through that, like I said, directly, but
Yeah, we see it on
we see it on TV.
It was alive when it happened.
Why?
Nothing
They
wrong
wasn't
with
around, they wasn't even around for Y2K.
No, we
They
didn't
wouldn't
want
even,
to-
some of them didn't even know Y2K. Anything else? Happen?
No,
No,
really.
it's nothing.
You can't take things, sir.
They grew up comfortable, more or less, and still they just find life hard.
In a time when people are rich, like no, like one look at the people could run and buy anything they want right now. That is the reason why you see people traveling and so forth, things get cheap, you know. That is what people flexing money, and that is what people are saying. Because get, you know, people they think that right now things nice for them.
Yeah, thinking that that's
They good, the guys want the load want them to keep. So you see when that shit pop off,
Good 10 times.
all hell going on.
Like, you just create a profile and people just giving you money for free. It don't matter what for it.
Guys just show how easy money is. Like somebody's OnlyFans girls making like millions of dollars every month. You know? That, and that's really the kind of money men have. That they can spend so much money now. You know? And that is just an escape of how people is today. And when they're gone, it's like I watched this video with this woman. She have her son, right? And she never grew up on the right way. He's inside there, he playing game, but he go drink water, right? And she tried to force taking away something drinking, some liquid drinking, and like it's not even Gatorade.
Like,
It's one of them-
I need to drink like
Yeah.
Red Bull or some shit.
yeah, and they're checking it away and you see, if you see the girl, you don't mind, you know what it is going on. You know? So the girl kind of, and that is the state they're going to be. We see when you stop by the love, you see when it crash, that's what they're going to be, just like that. And that was send them into a frenzy.
Yeah, that is illusion because what has gone the reality, some people can't really deal with it. So as I say, the internet is a place for them to escape and
That's what they call it, a virtual world,
yeah.
you know?
And even worse, we're just talking about the people who wouldn't be able to get validation no more. Imagine for the people who are accustomed living comfortable all their life and banks not giving you no money.
Come like when we mentioned it last week, like when Patricia shut down all the up behave suicide. They believe that they are such a comfortable state that when they do shut down, some of them commit suicide. I got to them they commit suicide. The couple of them are running on the highway naked as they're born because bills thing, you know, they were such a comfortable money paying. You can pay like $100 an hour or some shit like that.
And putting yourself in
I exaggerating the $100 an hour, but you know what I mean? It's like 50 hours.
No, it could be a
some of them will be about $100. Some of
I
them.
don't think, but at the moment, $50
$50
an hour at that particular time, he's a millionaire.
an hour now.
Right? And now it's still good to go. But not back then. $12.50 was the minimum wage.
Right,
$11.
1%.
You right, but then you want to sell $50 an hour, right? So, man, they were lavish.
You just walking out of them like
I remember somebody I don't tell me, say by Patrician people used to go in the bank. The bank used to give them whatever they want, take the cost the money play. And them,
What you said, that's true.
that's why you see most of the Patrician workers, the house never finished. Because they thought that they would have continued to just flex to the rest of their life now. And when they shut down, you come down and think, mental kill yourself.
Like I keep saying now,
Poison, this one drink poison, couple running on the road naked, this one running for that car, kill yourself. What kind of man?
how the song goes, have you suicide?
Yeah, I'm shocking, sir. You know? Like,
See, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
and that is surprising. Till that day.
They say, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man.
yeah, they're going to want to tell as the flood come and take on it.
Because
And
it's
then
shut
ICBM's
down.
land. When everything's shut down. When they say, wait, what do you mean we have to line up and get water? What do you mean the car not working? So I can't go in the grocery for $100?
So it falls so open that time. Because remember, before the ICBM, that many things happened before that, right? So they will be like, they will be in a state where they will believe, people such of them will believe that things will get better. So they will be like, whatever tournaments are going through, they will be like,
Nah, we just had to wait it
yeah,
out.
they wait it out. Until them see them think, shoot, the stars are heaven.
But they say
coming
true
down.
as well. Oh, the arrows will blot out the
Yeah,
sun.
sun, yeah.
You know,
Same thing with the Prime Minister. You know, within he said tighten all your belt.
Yeah.
3 years down the road go be better. And now budget really said tighten your belt.
better again.
2 years down the road go be.
What can I also say?
He 10 years into you, leadership right now.
He said 2 more years and we good to go.
All the people who are riches, they're going to be used against them too because we all know that they want to liquidate everybody's wealth so that only top have and bottom don't have. But they're not going and say that. What they might do, are they saying? What they might do is they might, like, after, like, look at a bank crash. Bank crash, you can access your money. They say, you know what? You want your money back? Nah, 40 hand. I know any hand, but you know, 40 hand. You know, 40 hand, you get back your money, and after everybody gets, still ain't getting your money. Yeah, still ain't getting your money. You know, UBI,
3,000
UBI in your
They
tail.
gonna get that.
Use it wisely.
False promises. After you done taking, you're gonna get back all your assets. Still, UBI in your class.
James, you know, with the rich men, you remember that prophecy written for them? James chapter 5.
Holy rich
Yeah,
man.
only rich men.
They say, because of certain circumstances, the money that you have there, you can't get it,
But
but
we
no
can get
worry.
your portion every month.
Yeah.
You're like 3,000 credits, social credits every
Sets
month.
you up.
You good to go. Then they want to know how much people in your household.
I
And your
will
living
say-
expenditure is like a month.
I
And
say,
then you have
never
that
trust your enemy.
Man, they will be like,
But I unrusted, so is this wickedness. You know?
Yeah, I think so. Like last time I wanted that.
Yeah. Yeah, so as it was back then, when there was illegally, they could have go carnival in a hurricane.
Yeah.
Like in Jamaica, we had any hurricane, them having
Yeah, hurricane,
a
you
zest.
have everything,
I talking about rain
Yeah.
pounding and them
Dancing
whining
in the
and
rain
jamming
and
and drinking.
Reveling
Middle
in the
dead center of the hurricane. When I say center, I don't mean the eye of the hurricane when it come. I mean as in the rat of the hurricane.
Going
Them
on, yeah.
outside whining and jamming.
Going up
Right?
and back up.
As you know, things nice now. The time of repentance is open still, unfortunately. Right?
Would that be nice, right?
But they have liberty now.
Let's just see something like that, and like, you know, the breeze blow, and it might blow a galvanize or some shit.
And just fucking slice them in half.
Slap somebody.
Don't worry, that time we're rich, Right, so with that, you want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Once again, double honors to the apostles and elders of great Minnesota rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers of the four corners of the earth, pushing this with in truth and in sincerity. Until next time, Shalom.